I'm Dylan Hernandez of the LA Times here with David Vassay of AM 570, the host of a post-game Dodger Talk.
That's right. Don't act like you don't listen.
And we're here at Dodger Stadium where they just announced officially that the Dodgers will be hosting the 2020 All-Star Game.
I'm here today to make official one of the worst-kept secrets in Major League Baseball. The 2020 All-Star Game presented by MasterCard has been awarded to the Los Angeles Dodgers in the city of Los Angeles. The Dodgers prevailed in what has become a very competitive process to secure All-Star games. We're very fortunate. We had a number of cities that were interested in hosting the game in 2020 and now beyond 2020, so congratulations to the Dodgers.
Dave, your thoughts? You were actually alive the last time they hosted an All-Star game.
Barely. I don't remember the 1980 All-Star game, but I do remember the 1984 Olympics, and I think it's going to be something similar. Obviously, the Olympics have more worldwide impact, but baseball is trying to make an impact worldwide, and I think any All-Star game that comes to the city of Los Angeles, whether it's the NBA, the MLS, or Major League Baseball, it's going to be a party.
The last time we had a gathering like this in center field was May 2nd, 2012, and it was the press conference to announce this new ownership's acquisition of the team. And as we sat out here, Rob, before he was commissioner, was out there in the audience, and he was there as I fielded questions, among which was the question, when are you guys going to get us an All-Star game? That was literally on my first day here that question was asked, and we have worked very hard on it since then. It's a long, complicated process, as it should be, because there is no team and no city and no group of fans across America that doesn't deserve an All-Star game and that wouldn't do a great job.
Yes, the renovations really help push this along, but there's no excuse for Major League Baseball not to have an All-Star game in the second biggest market since 1980. I don't care if Dodger Stadium looked like it did in 1988 or the way it looks like right now. You got to have the biggest stage, and if that's your biggest showcase, you got to have it in Los Angeles.
Well, I think we have to, we hammered the ownership group, and rightfully so, over the TV mess. Yet, I think you talked to the city council member that was here, Gil Cedillo, he kind of, without mentioning McCourt, when I asked him, could this have happened under the previous ownership, he kind of danced around that, but it was pretty clear,
that wasn't McCourt's goal ever. He never had a goal of doing these type of things.
Right, but I think that what I mean, though, is that when you're the commissioner's office and you're rewarding these games, you want to reward, owners that are committed.
You take the greatest city in the country, with the greatest venue, sports venue in the country, the greatest franchise and sports team and city, and you kind of marry those together, and you've got all these great former legends, Dodger legends, that will have an opportunity to host our country, people and fans and kids, and enjoy that experience in July in 2020. And for me, speaking for the players, coaches, is something that we take very seriously, as Stan said, and it's a huge honor.
Truly a special day for me, not only as a baseball player, but as a kid who grew up here in Los Angeles. One thing that the commissioner, since he's taken the role over, has been hammering down on us was reaching out to the youth and getting the youth more involved, and that's something as a player of the Dodgers and our organization, I know we take a lot of pride in getting in our community and building dream fields, and this is just a monster step to growing the game of baseball in what I think is already the most competitive youth baseball city in the country. So thank you very much for giving us this honor.
There's been so many different ownership changes before this most stable one in Guggenheim. I mean, Frank McCourt was the longest standing owner since Peter O'Malley, and he only owned the team for 8 turbulent years. So there's a big reason why the Dodgers hadn't been to the World Series in 29 years up until last year. And there's a reason why, like you said, the All-Star Game or Major League Baseball hasn't looked at Dodger Stadium seriously. It's because of so much really instability as far as ownership goes up until this point. They've traded away Mike Piazza, they've traded away Pedro Martinez, they've traded away Paul Konerko, they've let Adrian Beltre walk. You don't win World Series by allowing that to happen, and you don't get All-Star games by having an owner for 2 years and then selling it and flipping it to another owner.
Right, well, the grimace on Mark's face tells me that we're cutting, that you've been talking too much, maybe,
Sorry,
and that we're cutting a little too close on
You
time.
can push me out of the way.
But anyway,
Push me out.
this is David Vassay. You can listen to him on AM 570. Dylan Hernandez. You can follow me at Dylan O. Hernandez. See you later.